here. I hope you're all doing well. Now, this ain't a guitar lesson as such, but instead an improvisation over a backing track I made. And I wanted to share this with you because it shows the kind of space I like to practice in when I'm not working on technique or learning songs for gigs. And I thought I'd chuck the camera on, reflect upon my playing, and share some thoughts and ideas that I feel could be a big help for you. So there's 3 key ideas I've been thinking about that I feel could have a big impact on your playing, regardless of where you are on your guitar journey. And these apply not just to soloing, but also to rhythm as well. And these are firstly, what it feels like to just slow down and create space in your playing. Secondly, rhythm and note length really matter, even when the notes themselves are simple. And thirdly, perhaps the most important one that I speak to my private students about all the time, and that's expectation. What it feels like to have no expectation to always fill the space with something impressive, but instead just react to the music in the moment. So just before we dive into the solo, I set some rules for myself, which I wrote down here, some guidelines to follow, and these are to leave silence, repeat phrases, let notes decay or let notes sustain, no showing off unless the music instigates that from me. Sometimes you just get caught up in the moment and feel the need to fire out a fast flurry of notes, but if there's intention behind it and it adds to the progression of your solo, then I think that can also be really great. And lastly, if a phrase feels done, just stop and move on to a new one. But let's just dive into some playing now, and I'll reflect upon my solo afterwards. So here we go. Cool, okay, so that was probably my 3rd or 4th take, perhaps the most relaxed one I did. And when I'm playing like this, and I want to be honest here, after years of playing, it's almost impossible to not think about scales or shapes. The guitar is such a visual instrument, you know. We're also rooted into those pentatonic shapes, those pentatonic licks, and our muscle memory almost dictates what we're going to play half the time. So for me, it's not about switching that way of thinking off. It's almost about making that secondary. So instead, I try to be as present as I can, and I try to lead with awareness, space, and most importantly, just try and listen as much as I can in the moment. And when I encourage that way of thinking, I always find I get the most musical version of myself. Now, I mentioned earlier that solo was probably my 3rd or 4th take. I wasn't looking for anything perfect for this video by any means. I mean, it's certainly not perfect, but what I did notice each time was how much calmer I felt when I wasn't trying to fill the space with impressive ideas or just trying to fill the space with as many notes as possible. I honestly found just letting note sustain, giving the track a chance to breathe, gave me some thinking time to allow somewhere for that next idea to come from. And you've probably heard this loads before, but less is more, and I hope that comes across in the track. So here are 3 ideas for you to think about on your next guitar solo. These are: 1, listening and being intentful about creating space. Number 2, thinking about how long notes are lasting, the group of notes you're playing, how do they feel against the track? Are they in time? Are they evoking a certain emotion? Are you thinking about the rhythm? And number 3, the most powerful one, is doing away with expectation. Playing with no expectations always delivers something impressive. So if you would like to give this a go, I've actually uploaded the backing track from this video as a separate video on my channel for you to have a go at. But until next time, have fun practicing, and I'll see you soon.